Let's talk about some of the important terminologies from meteorology. Now, the IMD releases certain terminologies. If you are going through the bulletin, you might find those difficult. So, here we are to bring in easy and clear definitions for those. Now, forecasting has been defined under different ways. Nowcasting is for a period of less than 24 hours. So, if the coverage is for less than 24 hours, we call it as nowcasting. Short range forecasting is for a period of 1 to 3 days. Medium range forecasting varies from 4 to 10 days in hand, and then you have long range forecasting, which is more than 10 days. So that is how we understand the forecasting. Now the next important thing that we need to understand is the rain. Now we sometimes say there is excess rain, at other times we say there is deficit rain. Now what is the criteria? Excess rain says it is plus 20% or more from the normal range. Okay, so normal is minus 19 to plus 19 variation from the normal rainfall. If it is plus 19 or minus 19, that whole range is considered as a normal rainfall. Beyond excess of 20%, then the normal rain is considered as an excess rain. Now you would ask, what is a normal rain? What is the value for it? Now this would vary from place to place based on the amount of precipitation that a region receives. Deficit rain is where you have minus 20 to minus 59% decrease in rainfall than the normal rainfall. Scanty is where you have a rainfall of minus 60 to minus 99% than the normal rainfall, and no rainfall where there is minus 100%. So that is the criteria for rainfall distribution. Now there is another criteria for hot day, cold wave. So what is that? Let's understand this. Hot day, when we say that the maximum temperature remains 40 degrees Celsius and you would have a temperature of more than 40 degrees Celsius as the maximum and 5 degrees Celsius as the minimum temperature. So that's the range, and this is classified as a hot day. Wind chill factor is very important. Wind chill factor basically talks about the actual minimum temperature depending on the wind speed, and that would be one of the criteria to understand the effective minimum temperature. The next is cold wave. Now when we are talking about cold wave, understanding this wind chill factor is again important. So when you have a normal minimum temperature of 10 degrees Celsius or more, then we say that a cold wave would be considered at minus 5 degrees to minus 6 degrees Celsius. When the temperature is less than 10 degrees Celsius, this cold wave would be considered at minus 4 to minus 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so there would be a variation of 1 degree Celsius if the temperature is more than 10 degrees Celsius or less than 10 degrees Celsius. So that is how we understand the cold waves. Now, what is a cold day? Cold day implies if the minimum temperature is 5 degrees Celsius or less at a station, then it is described as a cold day. The minimum temperature should be less than minus 5 degrees Celsius, and with a minus 5 degrees Celsius, so here again we are talking about minus 5 to minus 6 and minus 4 to minus 5 in case of cold wave. And cold day, if the minimum temperature is less than minus 5 degrees Celsius, we call it a cold day. And then this cold day is also considered irrespective of the threshold value of 10 degrees Celsius, which we have taken in the case of cold wave. So there is no threshold value which is taken into account for a cold day criteria. However, a threshold value of 10 degrees Celsius is taken into account for a cold wave criteria. So again, very important. Then some terms related to ISO. ISO means constant. Okay, so when it is isotherm, that means temperature remains constant. So I would be joining the places having the same temperature. So this line would denote an isotherm. Isobar, bar means bar, so it's basically the atmospheric pressure, as you can remember. So it is the lines joining the constant atmospheric pressure Those are known as isobars. Isoheights means the lines joining places receiving equal amount of rainfall. So what is important here is the rainfall amount is constant or equal. Isotach, which is very very important, focuses on wind speed. So places joining same wind speed are known as isotach. And then you have isogon, which shows the line which joins the constant wind direction. So all of them moving towards north northwest. So that would be the isogon, that is joining the same wind direction. Very very important, two of those based on wind. Isotach talks about the speed and isogon talks about the wind direction. Now these were some of the key terms from the IMD glossary that we have picked up. The other terms are clear and obvious, and still if you have doubts about other terms, we would be more than happy to discuss those. So let us know in the comment section if you have issues with any other terms. These glossaries are very very important, specifically when you are doing your practicals in geography and understanding the basic map drawings and topographical locations. So these play a very crucial role in map reading basically. So we would be covering many more interesting lectures under meteorology in the upcoming sections. So stay tuned. Have a wonderful day ahead.